Hi everyone, welcome back. We're really happy you're here with us today. In this episode, Alex and I want to talk about dreams and goals, and more specifically, how it feels to talk about your dreams in English. For many learners, this is not easy, because dreams are personal, emotional, and sometimes fragile. When you don't have the right words, you can feel blocked, even if your ideas are very clear in your mind.
Hi everyone, it's great to be here again. I really like this topic because dreams are something we all have, but we don't always talk about them. And when you add English to the situation, it can feel even harder. You might know what you want in your heart, but when you try to explain it in another language, you feel small, slow, or not confident enough, and that can make you stay silent.
Yes, and sometimes people think that to talk about dreams, you need perfect English or big vocabulary, but that's not true. You don't need complicated words to talk about something meaningful. Simple English is enough. What matters more is honesty. When you speak honestly, people understand you, even if your sentences are not perfect.
I remember when I first tried to talk about my goals in English. I felt embarrassed. I was afraid people would judge my ideas or my level. So I used very short answers, or I changed the topic. But avoiding the conversation didn't help me grow. It only kept me in my comfort zone, where everything feels safe, but nothing really changes.
That's such a common feeling. Talking about dreams makes us vulnerable, and doing it in another language doubles that vulnerability. You are not only sharing your hopes, you are also exposing your mistakes, your accent, and your hesitation. But that vulnerability is also a strength. It means you care, and caring is the first step to growth.
And dreams don't have to be big or impressive. Some people dream of changing the world, others dream of a calm life, confidence, or freedom. All dreams are valid. When you talk about them in English, you are not just practicing a language, you are practicing expressing yourself, and that's a very powerful skill.
Exactly. And what's beautiful is that every time you talk about your goals, even in simple English, they become more real. They move from your mind into the world. You start to believe in them more, and you start to believe in yourself more too.
In the next part, we'll talk about our own dreams and goals, how they changed over time, and how English became part of that journey, sometimes as a challenge, sometimes as a door that opened new opportunities.
So, Alex, I've been thinking a lot about my own dreams lately, and one of the biggest is to feel truly confident speaking English. Not just reading or listening, but really expressing myself, sharing my thoughts, and connecting with others without fear. For a long time, I was scared to speak because I worried about mistakes or sounding silly, but over time, I realized that my dream wasn't about perfection. It was about progress, about showing up every day and giving my best. And that has helped me take small steps, like speaking with friends, practicing alone, and even recording my voice, which sometimes feels awkward, but always teaches me something.
I completely understand that feeling. For me, my dream has always been to work in an international environment where I can collaborate with people from all over the world. But in the past, I would shy away from speaking English because I feared judgment or embarrassment. I would think, maybe I'm not ready yet, and I'd put things off. What I realized is that waiting doesn't make your dreams come true. Taking small, consistent steps, like practicing conversations, learning new phrases, or even just thinking in English, slowly builds the bridge from where you are to where you want to be.
Yes, and I also noticed that dreams don't have to be huge or dramatic. Some dreams are very personal, like building a daily habit that makes you happy, or learning to enjoy your mornings, or improving your confidence bit by bit. Those smaller dreams are just as important as the big ones because they shape our daily life and give us energy to keep moving forward. When I focus on these small goals in English, like writing a paragraph or reading a story out loud, it's like nurturing a garden, one small seed at a time.
Exactly. And sometimes it's not just about the dream itself, but how you approach it. I've learned to write down my goals, even simple ones, and talk about them with someone I trust, like you, Jenny. Talking about dreams makes them tangible. When I say them out loud, I see clearly what I want and why it matters to me. And sharing them in English is a double practice. I improve my language while making my goals real at the same time.
I love that. And another thing I noticed is that some dreams change over time, and that's okay. I used to dream about traveling everywhere, but now I also dream about creating a life that feels balanced and calm, with time for myself and for learning. And English is part of that dream because it allows me to connect, grow, and open doors that wouldn't be possible otherwise. Dreams are alive, they grow, shift, and evolve as we do.
Yes, and one of my lessons is that you don't need to rush your dreams. Time is important, but consistent effort matters more. Even 15 minutes a day dedicated to your dream, whether it's practicing English, working on a project, or learning a new skill, compounds over time. Those small efforts build momentum, and suddenly, what felt far away begins to feel achievable.
And the most important thing is to be kind to yourself along the way. Dreams don't always follow a straight line. There are setbacks, mistakes, and days when you feel stuck, but that doesn't mean you're failing. Every attempt, every step counts. Speaking about our dreams in English is not just language practice, it's self-expression, self-belief, and courage. That's why we love this topic so much.
In the final part, we'll share practical tips on how to set achievable goals, stay motivated, and actually turn your dreams into daily actions. Without pressure, just small, intentional steps. Because dreams only become reality when they meet action.
So, Alex, now that we've shared our dreams and goals, I think the next step is to talk about how to actually make them happen. One thing I've learned is that setting small, realistic steps is more important than imagining a perfect plan. For example, if my dream is to speak English confidently, I don't aim to be fluent in a month. Instead, I set small goals like learning 5 new phrases a day, practicing one conversation, or writing down my thoughts in English. These small actions feel achievable, and over time, they create real progress. The key is consistency, not perfection.
Absolutely, Jenny. I've experienced the same. Big dreams can feel overwhelming, but breaking them into smaller tasks makes them manageable. For instance, my goal to work internationally felt impossible at first, but I started by learning one professional phrase a day, practicing emails in English, or joining small online discussions. Slowly, I gained confidence, and every small success pushed me forward. It's like building a ladder. One step at a time, you climb higher than you thought possible.
And another tip is to make your dreams visible. Write them down, put reminders on your phone, or even share them with someone you trust. When we speak about our goals out loud, they become more real. It's not just a thought in your mind anymore. For example, I tell myself every morning, today, I will take one step closer to my English goal. That small act of stating your intention creates focus and helps avoid distractions. Your dreams deserve your attention every single day.
Yes, visibility creates accountability too. But we also have to accept that there will be setbacks. Not every day will be perfect, and sometimes motivation will be low. That's why I've learned to separate effort from results. Even on days when I feel unproductive, I remind myself that small, consistent actions matter more than occasional big pushes. Discipline is not about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up, even when it's hard or boring.
And one thing that helps a lot is celebrating small wins. Even tiny victories, like finishing a paragraph in English, making a short call, or learning a new phrase, should be recognized. When you celebrate small progress, it creates motivation, confidence, and joy. It's easy to forget how far you've come if you only focus on the end goal. But every little step is a piece of your dream becoming real.
Another important idea is to align your daily actions with your values. Ask yourself, does what I'm doing today bring me closer to my dream or not? When we are honest with ourselves, we start prioritizing what really matters. Sometimes, that means saying no to distractions, unnecessary social media scrolling, or activities that don't support our goals. Saying no doesn't feel easy at first, but it's actually freeing because it protects your time and energy for what truly matters.
And finally, be patient with yourself. Dreams don't happen overnight. They grow gradually, like a tree. You water them, give them sunlight, and care for them every day. And even when progress seems slow, it's still progress. Consistency, patience, and belief in yourself are the 3 most important ingredients. And of course, practicing English while talking about your dreams is a perfect way to combine self-growth with language growth.
Exactly. And if we summarize everything, it's really simple. Know your dream, break it into small steps, take action every day, stay consistent, celebrate your wins, protect your time, and be patient. When you follow these steps, not only do your dreams become achievable, but your confidence, focus, and happiness also grow. And English becomes a tool that helps you express yourself, open doors, and connect with the world.
Thank you so much for listening with us. We hope this conversation inspires you to think about your own dreams, talk about them in English, and take daily steps toward them. Remember, your dreams are valid, and every small action counts. Keep going, be kind to yourself, and enjoy the journey.
Yes, thank you everyone. Keep dreaming, keep acting, and remember, the steps you take today, no matter how small, bring you closer to the life you want. See you in the next podcast.